Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. It is Bruce Jordan, the Michael Jordan Hotels. And today we got the whole choice team here today. We got so many choice people up here. Everyone got a choice.
And then this one does.
We got everybody over here today. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves and their positions and what they do.
I'm Ken Townsend, RVP for Extended Stay Development for the Northeast and Ohio.
My name is Jacqueline Peterson. I'm one of 3 emerging market directors at Choice Hotels with a focus on women and veterans.
Okay, I am Marcus Thomas, one of 3 directors on our development team with Choice Hotels, Director of Strategic Programs. Nice to meet everybody.
Today, we're going to be talking about diversity in hotel ownership and what you need to get started in hotel ownership, especially for me, because for some strange reason, I'm feeling really diverse today. So, Ken, tell me how you got started in the hotel business.
How we started in the hotel business here, well, how I can help people in the hotel business is basically give them the resources and the information they need to start their venture, whether that be a franchise rep like myself or a lender or even a management company or someone that can perform a feasibility study that can give them all the information they need to make an educated decision to invest.
What is a feasibility study and why does a potential hotel owner need one?
Feasibility study is basically they're hiring a consultant, subject matter expert in hotels and development and performance, where they are evaluating a site as far as site A is here. And they look at certain demographics, how much traffic flow, what type of businesses, tourism, business, so forth and so on, and just kind of put together a feasibility study that site A will work because of these factors, or site A will not work because of these factors, or lack of, demand generators, so forth and so on.
Nice. Jacqueline, how are you doing today?
So, well.
How did you get started in the hotel business?
Sure. So my background has been mainly in hospitality. I went to school at the University of South Carolina and obtained my bachelor's in hospitality management. I also obtained a master's degree from the University of Georgia in leisure and education studies. Nice. And then I just completed 20 plus years of on-property hotel sales, working for various other bad brands. But my main focus was to fill heads in beds. And so I worked with a wide range of clientele, from corporate groups to leisure groups to military professionals and agencies and things of that nature. Post-COVID, just was looking for an opportunity that allowed me to go beyond the 4 walls of a hotel. So I started my franchising career, but more or less in the QSR world, which stands for quick service restaurant. So I had the pleasure of working for brands such as Tropical Smoothie Cafe, as well as Inspire Brands. And they have about 12 or 13 concepts, to name a few, would be Dunkin' Donuts, Arby's, Jimmy John's, and Rusty Taco. But then I really had an itch, I should say, to get back into the hotel sector. And so I was looking for an opportunity that would allow me to kind of expand upon my skill set, but one that allowed me to align and kind of merge those 2 skill sets together. So I ran across this opportunity, and it really spoke near and dear to me. I have a passion for the culture. Mm-hmm. And so when I learned that it had a specific focus on reaching the underrepresented communities, which entails minorities, women, and veterans, I said I have to have that job. And so I put my name in the hat, put an application in, and had a pleasure of speaking with John Lancaster. And from there, of course, they hired me, and I have enjoyed my time here at Choice.
With you've been working at Choice for a while now. When it comes to hotel and ownership, especially when dealing with minorities, what are some of the top things that you see that's missing from the pie to put that pie together?
Absolutely. So I would say there are 3 main factors, or what we call barriers, mm-hmm. that currently minorities, women, and veterans are faced with, and that will be lack of capital. So through our new relaunch of the SOAR program, which stands for Supporting Ownership and Access Representation, we help to combat that by offering financial support. I would say the second is a lack of training and education. And we combat that through our proprietary Choice University platform, where we really teach them the ropes of running and managing a hotel, and really teach them what red flags to look out for. And then lastly, I would say lack of networking, or really just lack of access to those resources. Mm-hmm. And so we are able to kind of have more of a hand-holding approach, where we help them to connect with various vendors, such as general contractors or architects or lenders. So we really help to build that ecosystem for them. And overcoming those three main barriers, I think that answers the question. So.
Nice. Marcus, man, that's right. He's ready to roll. Look at him go. The future Choice Hotels in the making. So how did you get started in this business?
Man, so I cut my teeth in hospitality, goodness, man, over 20 years ago. And I started out in timeshare. So I absolutely love the two. Hey, somebody said that. I guess I don't know. Maybe I just, talk a lot. I don't know. Maybe people wanted me to just be quiet. So, maybe somebody bought from me back then. But I actually left hospitality just, from wanting to spend weekends with my family. We all know in real estate, it's hard to have Saturdays and Sundays off. And, I was coaching my kids in football and I just wanted to spend more time with them on the weekend. So I left and went into technology and I was there for over a decade. I did absolutely well in that sector as well. But I wanted to come back into hospitality. A few years ago, Jacqueline and I got hired on into Choice at the same time, but I saw the position and I just wholeheartedly went after it, man. And the opportunity for me, once I actually learned what the role was, is to help these underrepresented groups, which would include myself, own hotels. It just totally gave me a whole new outlook on hospitality in general. So I'm 100% glad to be here.
What's crazy is that I'll probably say about not too far long ago, not in my generation, but not too far long ago, maybe my mom's generation, is that, we couldn't even put our toe inside of the pool without them
Exactly
emptying the whole pool. We weren't even allowed inside the building unless it was for housekeeping or as a bellman, if we were lucky.
Correct.
And now we're at the stage where we own management companies and, we sit on the, we have the C-suite level when it comes to the franchises and, now we own hotels. So it's just incredible how far we have come through this journey. And the only reason why we're able to get this far is because of people like you, people that say, you know what, I'm going to bite the bullet because technology pays very well. It pays very well. And I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to do what I need to do for my culture and for people that look like me. And I'm going to make the sacrifice, family sacrifice as well, to see people that look like me get into these type of opportunities. So I like to thank you guys for everything that you do. I know it's not the funnest job in the world, and I know it's not the most rewarding job in the world at times, but if it wasn't for you, I don't think we will have as many hotel owners that we have today that look like you.
That is true.
So,
thank you, Bruce.
Yeah. We in this, all right, and this was for the culture. So what are some of the things that you're seeing when it comes to us owning hotels?
And so us owning hotels, to kind of, I guess, to piggyback on what Jacqueline said, probably the lack of access to capital is the big elephant in the room. So figuring that component out from deal to deal, from day to day, from week to week is always a challenge that we don't mind. We definitely don't mind taking on. But I would say one for me, just on a personal level, the lack of education in our community is really the one that kind of gets me. There are probably a little north of 65,300 hotels in the U.S. and roughly 1.5% of those are owned by Black and African Americans. So the lack of knowledge of how hotels even operate or how they cash flow or how to build a team or an ecosystem around you to make sure that your asset cash flows and produces. Yeah, we just haven't had enough education in that arena to do it. So those are probably the two main things. I feel like, we're just as capable of learning. We do have access to capital at times, maybe it's deployed differently in different arenas, but those would be probably my main two, things that I see dealing with, underserved groups, underrepresented groups coming into the sector. We don't have enough education in this arena.
I would love to see because we make up about 14% of the population in the U.S. I would love to see everybody just put in like $5. Like, if we just get 50%, or maybe just 10% of us to put in $5, like we could buy like probably 3-4 hotels. And then we can leverage those hotels and then do another round. You know what I mean? Like it literally is just $5. So I don't know if anyone has that type of cash app that's in support.
Right.
That many transactions, but I'm just saying it's an idea. It's an idea for sure. Sponsored by Cash App. But that's
Man. Oh man.
What about you? What are you seeing in the extended stay market?
Extended stay is still hot. It's the most profitable segment of the hotel industry. It's where demand is still peaking. It's still strong where supply is still low. So extended stay is basically here to stay forever. I mean, like for example, Woodspring Suites is our economy extended stay brand. It's doing very well. And it has a low cost, operating model, basically where you have 122, we call them keys, but 122 hotel rooms, studio hotel rooms. And they have a small kitchenette inside of them. And basically 6 to 8 employees manage that 122 keys. No breakfast, no pool, no meeting place and things of that nature. So you kind of close your eyes and look at it backwards and look at a studio apartment that allows some type of hotel stays and things of that nature. That's kind of what Woodspring is. That's kind of what extended stay is. Extended stay is for an extended stay. Basically, you're staying 7 days, 2 weeks, all the way up to 30, 60, 90 days. And, with some of the projects that they have as far as the infrastructure bill, where they're building up our highways, our bridges, and things of that nature, Choice, Woodspring Suites, Everhome, along with some of our other brands, our conversion brands like Mainstay and Suburban, are poised off of these 95s or off of these major corridors where construction crews can stay there for long periods of time and get a great rate and help build up our infrastructure. So extended stay is just booming and will continue to boom for quite some time.
Nice. Listen, Choice Hotels, I've managed Choice Hotel franchises. They have a very powerful reservation system. I can't take nothing away from them. And they get those type of numbers. You gotta be ready to play the game. You gotta be ready to play the game. So in closing, how can everybody get in touch with you guys?
Ken.Towns@choicehotels.com is the best way to contact me by email if you're ever interested in any type of extended stay development. One thing to remember about extended stay as it relates to, Woodspring and Everhome, right now, Woodspring is 50% GOP, 50% of your dollars. So it's a very profitable concept and it just works.
I can be reached at jacqueline.peterson@choicehotels.com. And also you can visit our website at choicehotelsdevelopment.com/diversity.
All right. So, y'all heard the link from Jacqueline. If you want to email me personally, you can email me at marcus.thomas@choicehotels.com.
And that's our episode for today. Thank you for tuning in, and you know what to do. Give them a ring, and let's get you on board and turn you into a hotel owner. Talk to you soon. This episode was brought to you by the Hotel Revenue Bible, the #1 hotel revenue book that has ever been written. It includes revenue management, digital ads, social media marketing, sales, catering, F&B, and more. Grab your copy today at hotelrevenuebible.com.